Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and children. Pyrrhus of Epirus here, and this is Tour 4 of the World Cup. The World Cup! Woo! The excitement is sizzling. So, as always, Saul and Horus. So, brief update on the World Cup. Thiel has had Tayfuk nerfed out of him, so the TOs, I think, quite wisely decided that each team should be allowed to swap out one warlord, and you know, exchange it with another. So, our Captain Steve has swapped out Thiel, which I think is a very sensible decision. So I have both of my guys. And I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying them at the moment. I think they've been doing really well. Horus with the nerf has been I guess, slowed a little, but he's still really strong. Actually replacing Bane Strikes wasn't too difficult because it's got a really strong pull. I've seen some people trying out some new deck sort of builds, and I might try a few just to see if it's more efficient than the existing build I've got. I have the horrible suspicion that I'm getting out of date already, such is the meta. Anyway, so New Zealand this week. I was playing an absolute star called Lowpass, and here's how it goes. There we go. That was a bit slow. So, Bitter Mandy. Oh. I'd like to break her void shields. No. Oh, dearie me. Right, so Mandragorax, I was a little bit concerned about this because he just deals lots and lots and lots of damage over time. So for me, it really becomes a race, which Horus can do, but it can be quite tricksy. So I'm just going to try and wear him down faster than he can wear me down and create a nice points lead. Yeah, health lead. And also, I think one thing that's important with Mandragorax is that you have Mandy reacting to you. If you give Mandy time to just do what it wants to do, it can play some really irritating cards that are quite difficult to remove, and then you have to spend energy, where you could be spending energy just whittling away his health. So yeah, he goldstones here. I know he's got Seek and Destroys in the deck as well, which is sort of why I'm getting that guy out. I want him to use his cards and his energy on my stuff so that I can keep punching him in the face. My colleagues in the England team haven't played their games yet. Obviously, as you've seen, I've won my round, so that's cool. If we get one more win, so if we beat New Zealand, basically, we've got 4 wins for 4 games, and I'm fairly certain that means we qualify for the sort of final stages. So that's quite exciting. I'm really pumped to kind of got this far and to be doing this well, so that's quite exciting. I do wonder who we're going to play. I imagine, so if we beat France, so let's hypothesize and accept that the French will surrender, then I imagine as first place we'd be playing second place in a round. So that could be depending on could be Canada, or I think Australia should win theirs, but someone like that. Obviously, if France decide that they're going to be men, yeah, which they will. If they've been doing really well, actually, quite worried about my game next week. But if they win their game and then beat us, then we'll obviously be going up against someone like the USA or Russia, and that's going to be tight. You know, so exciting times. Like, yeah, so at this point, just again, stopping him from getting as much damage out as he wants. I've got lethal, but the whole sort of idea of that was just keeping him reacting to me, trying to get a nice health lead. He still took me down to 12. That's with him reacting to me. That's not even with him getting to do what he wants. Can you imagine if he managed to sort of wrestle the initiative? I'd have had my teeth kicked in. So yeah, Mandy was cool. Now it's Saul versus Corax. And I think this is probably the best game I've had, as in the most exciting game, and the tensest game so far of the World Cup. Lowpass as Corax is scary. Granted, I had a bit of a slow start. I deliberately took a sort of a mid-range hand. It's just for me. It was like, oh, that's really nice. I have to keep it. And then obviously I drew into more sort of turn 3 cards. So I could have played, my Kalis or I token. I wanted to draw out another vehicle. It could have been a Rylanor, could have been a tank, Agnomen, could have been, my Kalis. So, for me, I really just wanted something like that, which means that I've got an empty board for the early part of the game, which is a big risk. I'm already 6 health down, with a 14 health difference. So I'm going to try and control his board. That's something that's quite important for Saul. Obviously drawing out cards as well, giving me more options. He plays another one, which is fair, but I've got enough to respond to that and end the turn with someone on the board that he'll have to deal with. So I'll kill that and draw 2 cards. Because I think card draw is one of the things that you can worry about as Saul. If you don't really get much card draw, you can get a bit sort of restricted in what you want to do, because you're doing 1 or 2 things a turn. So that can be a problem. So I've got the points lead, I guess, down to 9. But then he plays this guy who is just so good and so annoying, because I now have to make a choice about whether or not I tank face. Because if I don't tank face, I have to kill it. But then I'm not playing something that I'd want to play. I want to play Agnomen. So in order to do what I want, he's forcing me to take pretty much a 5th of my health, and he does it again. He does it again. Now I was hoping last turn he would have done something like that, because then kill the 3-1, because then I could have Joker accompanied and really annoyed him. But in the end, I didn't need to play that. So I've got Sodera now. I'm on 13 health. He can't kill me this turn, so I felt like that was good, and I can idle on him next. But then he does this, and this just oh man, so horrible. It's so good as well. That's such a nice little fuck you, Saul. I'm on 4 health. All I can do, I can't even know Dovercar because he's got unstoppable. So I have to stun him and just hope he can't deal 4 damage to me. And fortunately, he couldn't. So clutch. He had a 25 health to 4 lead, and that stun allowed me to win. Fucking Eidolon. But yeah, so really tense game for me. I was really because he took a long time to sort of think, as you would, because you're looking for ways to win. And I was just sitting there going, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. To sort of add some context, I guess, Theo got nerfed Tay Fuck, so the TOs quite rightly, I think, made a really good decision to allow each team to change one warlord. And I think that's like the fairest way they could have done it. So like ours, Steve's got rid of Theo, which I think is definitely the right thing to do. You know, I get to continue enjoying Saul and Horus. So I need to do some sideboarding because I've got Canis in my game against France. I think I'm against. Who am I against? I'm against Blanquette. So Angron and Canis, unless he's changed it up in terms of the TO's revision. So Angron, I'm not too concerned about. I mean, if he goes like nuts draw, there's nothing I can do. But generally, I think I've got quite a good one. The scary one for me is Canis. Canis is a problem, and I think I'll need to do some sideboarding to effectively deal with that absolute horseradish of a character. So yeah, no. Thanks for watching. Next is against France, and you know, we in theory, hopefully, will be 4-0. They might, well, they might be 4-0. So it'll be a really, I think, really tough matchup for us. I would like to say, South Africa, I believe in you. Kick the piss out of France for me. Do it. Do it for Queen and country, because, your empire needs you. Someone highlighted also, just a bit of admin, someone highlighted that the sound effects were sort of drowning out my voice. So I've turned the volume down. If you're still experiencing sound problems, or if you're struggling to understand what I'm saying on a volume basis, yeah, no abuse, you cucks. Then no. Then yeah, just comment me, DM me, let me know, and I'll try and continue to improve it. All right. On that happy note, tatty buys.